So back with another project, behind the scenes video. This one was a lot of fun, something different. We're starting to do a lot more different projects when I was working at MassMutual. This was an interesting one because it's not something we normally do. So our client wanted to do some more of like a commercial type shoot, more narrative driven, I would say. And the storyline was basically talking about the legacy of a family and how it's important for them to, protect the ones they love by getting life insurance. So we would go through a house and we would see pictures on the wall that kind of tell the story of this family through the ages and how their, you know, grandparents got a policy or whatnot, and that eventually protected them, and how they were able to use the policy throughout their life, and all this insurance stuff. And it was all um, pretty well thought out, and the storyline was pretty good. The challenge for us was that they wanted to do it kind of all as a one take, seamless transitions, almost like kind of like a Birdman thing where we hide the cuts. So Neil and I kind of hopped on board. We always love a challenge to kind of spread our creativity. So we were trying to figure this out. We did a bunch of tests. We watched examples of how this is done. And right around this time is kind of when Adolescence came out. So the Ronin 4D was really big. I know it wasn't super new at that time, the 4D, but I had never used it. And, a big Netflix show used it for their whole film. And I was like, okay, maybe this could be a camera that we could use for this type of concept of this one take. So we rented the camera, and that's what we used on the shoot. I got used to it. I kind of liked it a lot. It was pretty fun to use. Really intuitive. Love the focus capabilities of it, and it was super smooth. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. We found a house in Gloucester, Massachusetts. It's kind of like on the water, and that was the setting they wanted. They wanted this kind of New England beach vibe. So the cool thing about that, it was an Airbnb, and we were able to there was a drone video of this house, and the drone was flying through the house and all the rooms. So we got a really good idea of like, okay, this is what it looks like. Here's the space, here's the rooms. And that's what we really needed, because the hard thing about this shoot for the one take was planning, okay, where are we going to go next? Where's the hidden cut? And, since we're doing these moves, trying to keep it smooth, we really had to be conscious of that. Like, how do we cut off of this doorway, off this window? So we had a plan. And Neil and I went a day early, and we walked through the whole place, and we tried to figure, okay, how's our plan going to work? And even before we walked through, we kind of were like not too confident it would. So we had a fallback of, maybe we just dissolve, maybe we just cut to the next scene and it'll be fine. It actually ended up working kind of like that, and it worked out pretty well. Another part of the fallback plan for this shoot was to, instead of just have a continuous moving one take, I went and got not stills, but like I went and got static shots of each of the pictures, each of the scenes, so that we could cut away to something if we needed to. And for that camera, we had our Red Helium 8K. And that actually helped out a lot in post-production. I did also get B-roll outside of the house and surrounding area. So we had a little intro we could do, a little sequence we made, and it worked out really well. So it's always good to have options. I always like having like just static shots and cutaways to help out with the edit. And I think the moral of the story is like pre-production is so important. Even though we had a plan, we thought we were going to do it one way, we were prepared with the ideas in our head, and we were able to make a pivot on the days of the shoot to make it work. One of the biggest things was, we had a lot of windows and exposing for the inside and the outside. I tried my best. We had a team with us, Grip and Gaff. Cedric was on this shoot, and they were really great. They put up lights. They were really on top of things. They knew what we wanted. I really love the shot at the end where we reveal our talent on camera as like the family that's like in the present, the legacy, and she delivers a line to camera, and I think it worked out really well. But yeah, overall, this was really heavy in pre-production, and I think it's so important to be prepared, because there's a lot of things that change when you get into the shoot, and if you're not ready for that, if you're not prepared, then you're just wasting everybody's time. But yeah, I mean, it was really fun. I enjoyed it. I like doing more of this stuff. I'm glad that MassMutual started doing, or we were able to do more projects like this. And I think everybody liked it. The client was really happy and satisfied. So that's always a plus. And yeah, I want to do something like this again.